Entrepreneur Magazine asked a question about, does anybody have a story about a side hustle that became a main hustle? And I have a crazy one. So I'm going to submit that to Entrepreneur Magazine, but I thought I'd come on here and share with you guys my side hustle that I eventually sold for nearly $10 million. And that's Skin Body Soul. So take you back here. It's 2010. I'm working for a medical laser company out of Las Vegas, selling lasers to aesthetic physicians. And company got sold, was unhappy with my job, new boss, and it sucked. So the year now is 2012-ish, January-ish, and took some time off. Got a job working at Groupon, just right at their IPO. It was really exciting because I was involved at a time when Groupon was doing a lot of new stuff in the industry for aesthetic medicine. So they wanted people like me because I was able to produce deals in the aesthetic space for physicians that are compliant or legal, etc. But one thing that happened when I was at Groupon, I was working there, is that I was able to see their Salesforce.com data. So I was inside of their infrastructure, their ecosystem of Salesforce. And I was looking through all of this information, all these deals that were coming through in the aesthetic space, all the deals coming through in the restaurant space. And if you guys recall, 2012, Groupon was crazy. Groupon was bananas. People would run a Groupon in 2012 and collect hundreds of thousands of dollars. Groupons were going off so big, they were making businesses go bankrupt because they couldn't handle the inflow of these customers. Everyone was buying Groupons. And I'm sitting there, I'm in Chicago, and I get these emails every day of these successful campaigns, how to structure campaigns, what to do, how to build these campaigns. And a light bulb went off. I was like, I have all this data in front of me of all of these different deals across the country, including aesthetic deals, laser hair removal, Botox, all the deals of the world. And I was like, where have these deals not run? Where are the markets where Groupon hasn't been? So I'm exploring all these deals, these offers, these opportunities in Groupon. And I'm thinking to myself, what if I bought one of my old lasers that I used to sell, work with a physician, and run a Groupon on it, right? I know where to go. I know where deals have happened. And I mean, I could write my own deal because I'm a rep at Groupon. So while I'm working at Groupon, I had $60,000 in savings, and I take $40,000 of it and I put a down payment on a laser that I used to sell. And I formed a company, and I started building a company called Lipo Laser Centers of America, contacting physicians that I knew in the space. And I said, hey, I've got this idea. I'd like to run this Groupon with this laser. I'll pay for the laser. I just need a partnership. I need to form this MSO. So here I am at Groupon. It's 2012. It's the hottest thing since sliced bread. I've got this laser I purchased, and I'm working on trying to find a physician to partner with me. And I find one in Dallas, Texas, North Dallas, Plano to be specific. And I write myself a Groupon. I wasn't a rep in that marketplace, but they allowed me to write this Groupon the way I wanted to and get commissions. So I was actually writing my own deal for myself and earning commission on the deal myself for the laser that I own myself. Talk about a side hustle. And I ran it with my physician. We had a cell phone, one employee, her name was Amber, and myself. And that day, in late in 2012, we sold $146,200 in 24 hours. The phone vibrated so much that my phone went black screen. My Apple iPhone went black screen, the one we were using. And I had to fly to Dallas the following day because in those days, you actually physically had to go into the cell phone company to replace your cell phone if your name's on the phone, the authorized user, BS, and all that crap. And I remember I was at Groupon, but I was in Sacramento, California, And I remember waking up that morning to board that flight to Dallas and thinking to myself, like, I am getting, like, I just did a deal, one of the most successful deals Groupon runs, in the 6 figures in 24 hours. And I did it all while I was working at Groupon. And I was like, I could do this again. I mean, we can figure out how to service these patients. We can figure out how to upsell these customers. We can figure out what the business model is, but I've got a gold mine here. So I immediately call the laser company I used to work for. I bought 3 additional lasers and used all the money, the $100,000 that came in, because they do have a withholding. So I got about $100,000 the following week, which is the most money I've ever seen in a checking account deposited at that time in my life. And I bought 3 more lasers, and I did it again. And that's the story of how Lipolaser Centers of America started. And it's just a testament to, like, getting creative, side hustling. You can do anything. You can make things happen. You just got to think outside the box. Eventually, Groupon caught up to me and said, you can't own the company, because I was on the EIN number of the deals you're doing. Cool. Groupon caught up with me. Groupon said, but you can give it to somebody else. So I gave it to somebody else. And I was still doing deals from 2012 to 2013. And finally, in 2013, the laser company said, you can't be buying these lasers anymore. And honestly, the amount of money that we were doing with Groupon and with new customers and everything going on ended up turning into a whole business that started earning millions of dollars. And ultimately, I sold that company for close to $10 million. And I just think it's like the craziest story, that the whole time I built this company, I was working for a Fortune 500 in Chicago, Illinois, Groupon.com. So that's my side hustle. That's my side hustle story. I hope you guys enjoy it. It was a hell of a journey. That company evolved into Skin Body Soul, which we eventually sold in 2017 and eventually totally exited. We sold partial 17, and we completely exited that company in 2022. So